late night walk here. Just started. You know, I haven't been taking walks lately just because my injury to my shoulder's been killing me. But today it's kind of calmed down. I want to talk about a few things. Let's get into this video right now. It's going to be about pricing. Hey guys, it's Ricardo Junk Guys. I am a local junk removal service here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I own junkguysdfw.net. I also have two haunted houses in the DFW area called the Junkyard Haunted House, which is located at 2700 Sylvan Avenue. And I have another one located in Fort Worth at 2423 Chester Street in Fort Worth, Texas. So let's get into this video. I want to talk about the growing concerns of pricing. Okay. So let's talk about, and I don't want to compare myself to a billion-dollar corporation. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about how pricing works and why my pricing is so cheap and why my pricing is so competitive to any other junk removal company. And then you can kind of compare it to other. So last night I was on a live video and I was watching a live video and people were making comments that rich people will pay a rich price for anything they do. For anything they do, okay? That rich people will pay any price you give them because they're rich and they don't care. And I'm going to tell you, because they care when you pull up that your trailer has a wrap in it, has a full wrap, a logo on the side of it. Because rich people care about that. And rich people care that you have insurance. And rich people care that you have permits to do this business. And I'm going to tell you, doing this for 18 years, that is absolutely wrong. Everything about that statement is absolutely wrong. You know what rich people care about? And you know why they're rich? Because they don't spend a lot of money. But let me tell you why. People are rich. You're going to tell me that a millionaire isn't concerned about value? That value is not in their definition. I remember in McKinney, Texas. McKinney, Texas is one of the highest. This is one of the highest areas in high income areas in the Frisco area, McKinney, Texas. And we signed up, me and my wife. We did a few years ago this McKinney of Homes of McKinney. And you buy tickets for $25, and then you walk around McKinney, and they give you addresses, and you can physically walk up to the door and walk into their house and see their house. And these are people that have huge $1 million homes, and these houses are incredible. I mean, I remember walking into one house, and it was 3 stories high. It was a very old-fashioned colonial home, and then we walked into modern homes, and it was like 30 homes that night, right? And I'm going to tell you something, and this is a true statement. Every home, 90.5% of those homes, when you walked into the bedroom or walked into one of their guest rooms, they had Vizio TVs. Vizio. Yeah. TLC TVs. Yeah. They have Vizio and TLC TVs. Let me tell you who makes Vizio TVs. Walmart. TLC TVs can be bought at Costco. TLC and Vizio TVs are one of the cheapest brands out there. Yeah. You know the top of the line brands are? Samsung, LG, Bang & Olufsen. Not one of these houses had a Bang & Olufsen sound system or a TV. Now, one of these houses had a Sony TV, an LG, a Samsung. None of these houses did. Every one of these houses in these $1 million homes, because people will pay $1 million prices. If these people can't even afford a 50-inch TV that costs $400 these days, how are they going to pay a junk removal company $400? Value. Now, let's get into the bigger subject. Where are these TVs bought? This big old department store called Walmart. Now let's talk about Walmart's customer service. Let's talk about the value for the bang at Walmart. You know why Walmart is the #1 retailer in the whole world? The number one retailer in the whole world. You know why Walmart is? Because they're cheap. And their pricing is phenomenal. They are the cheapest retailer out there. You can buy diapers to groceries to furniture in the Walmart, and everything's cheap. Yeah. Walmart is essentially a price value retailer. And you know why everybody shops at Walmart? Because they know they're getting a damn deal. Yeah, they know they're getting a damn deal. That's why. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't Walmart bigger than Neiman Marcus? Let's talk about the biggest companies in the world. When it comes to value, when it comes to money. Let's take somebody like a high dollar grocery store. Let's try to compare that to Walmart, right? Let's take somebody like a grocery store like Amazon. Amazon acquired Whole Foods a few years ago, bought it for like $4 billion, whatever they bought it for. Let me think about that. Who sells more groceries? Yeah, it's Walmart. They sell about 100 times more groceries than Whole Foods. Yeah. If you want to price your junk removal service as a Bugatti and Mercedes-Benz, no, not even Mercedes-Benz. Let's rephrase that. Let's talk about the top cars in the world. The top luxury cars in the world. A Bentley, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a Bugatti. If you want to be the Bugatti, the Rolls-Royce, and the Bentley of junk removal, that's your business. And you know what? Good luck with it. But I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to. Because see, I'm going to tell you, everybody in this neighborhood, every house that you saw in this neighborhood, right here that I'm walking, some of the houses, I mean, the value of these houses aren't that much. They run from the $300,000 to $400,000 range. Okay? Every one of these houses do not have a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. None of these houses have that. But I'll tell you what they do have. Kias, Altimas, Fords. Yeah, cheaper cars. That's what I'm talking about. It's a value that these people look for. It's a way of life that these people live. In the same way that in majority, now I would, it's the same way that a majority of the people in the world are. Only 1% of the world are millionaires. Like it's such a small number. Billionaires, you're like in the 1% of the world. Millionaires with these multi-million-dollar houses, come on, dude. You fall in the 5%. Now you want to talk about median income? Yeah. Let's just say, good morning, hi. Let's just say 80%, 90%. Well, you know what? I want to target those customers. I want to target the median income customers. I don't really care about the high value customers. You know why? Because I'm gonna cast a big old net. I'm gonna throw a net out there, and I'm not looking for salmon. Oh no, I'm not looking for lobster or salmon. You know what I'm looking for? Bass, trout, grouper. Shit, I'll take a guppy every once in a while too. And you want to throw in a crawdad, I'll take one of those. But I'm going to tell you, if you go fishing for a salmon or a lobster every time, good luck to you. You're not going to have that much. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. If you're pricing for the high income and your pricing is high in junk removal, you have eliminated 90% of the United States of America. They're only going to pay high prices. And let me tell you about 1-800-JUNK and Junk King. They are franchises. These franchises only stay open for 5 or 10 years and they're gone. They don't make any money. They're called franchise. Most of 1-800-JUNK's services are franchises. They're not company owned. Why? Because they let the franchisee give it a go. That's why, and that's a true fact. So, when it comes to pricing in junk removal, and you want to value yourself like your Bugatti, Bentley, or the Phantom Rolls Royce, good luck, man. You can do that. There is nothing wrong with that, but good luck. Now, let's do a scenario right now. And I'm going to prove to you that value matters. God, value does matter. Let's pretend you're rich. You're rich as fuck. Everywhere you go, you drop $1,000 for dinner for you and your buddies, you and your wife. Okay? And you decide that day you're gonna go buy your wife a G-Wagon, this Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, right? It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of machinery. And you go to a dealership, and the Bugatti, the Mercedes G-Wagon across the street is selling their G-Wagon for $200,000. The car dealership right across the street, they have the same identical one. It's black. The one across the street is selling theirs for $200,000. And the one across the other street is selling theirs for $150,000. $150,000. It's black too. Got the chrome wheels, black matted. Man, these vehicles are awesome. As a multi-million-dollar millionaire, where are you gonna go? Are you gonna go pay $200,000 for the black matte Mercedes G-Wagon? Or are you gonna pay $150,000 for the black matted G-Wagon made by Mercedes? Which one are you gonna go? Which one? You going for A across the street for $200,000 or B for $150,000? You're a millionaire. I mean, hell, you know what, man? Fuck it. You go across the street, spend $200,000. Cause I'm gonna spend $150,000. Go ahead, man. Not only are you not looking for a value, but you're actually retarded. You're the stupidest millionaire I ever know. And that's a fact. Guys, millionaires are not looking for the highest priced item. They're looking for the best value. There's nothing wrong with the best value or being the highest price pricing out there. How you doing, bud? So before you go off and you price yourself in a category that you're too high price, that you set your pricing high, you had to do that. I'm going to tell you why. Let's get into why your pricing is too high, okay? And why you decided to put yourself in an area where only 10% of the population will use your services, okay? And this is it, okay? It's because you financed your truck, you financed your trailer, you're paying rent at your location, you paid somebody to do your website. With that, you're paying for ads, you're paying for SEO, you're paying for a CRM, you got 5 employees, you have, dude, you have so many bills. And then you got Jose across the street, who's the cheapest motherfucker in the world, doing junk removal. You got somebody like Sergio, who has a piece of shit truck, a piece of shit trailer, but it's paid for, and he's doing junk removal for half the price you are. Well, I'm gonna tell you, you might land that $1,000 job, and Sergio might land that $500 job, but in the end, Sergio's gonna be stacking more money than you are, okay? In the end, that's how it happens. By the way, Sergio's a backstabber. In the end, he's always gonna be a backstabber. The point is this: if you price your business at a high dollar value, you've already eliminated about 90% of the people that you're marketing to, that you think is going to call you, that is physically, emotionally, honestly, are your customers. You're only going to target 10% of those customers because you want to be the Bugatti, the Bentley, and the Rolls Royce of business. Because you wanted to. Hell, I don't know why. This is the decision you made to get all these bills and back you up. Value matters. Pricing matters. And I'm going to tell you something. If you don't think that's true, why does Walmart stay in business? Why does Walmart stay in business? They're the Volkswagen. The Mexican Volkswagen, not the new Volkswagen. We're talking about like Cuban. They are the El Camino of cars. How do they manage? Oh, by the way, isn't Walmart the biggest retailer in the effing world and make Amazon's Whole Foods look like crap? Yeah. And let me tell you something about people you help out in this business. Let's just pretend I know somebody named Sergio, right? And you give him jobs just to help him out because he's having problems and he needs the money. So you give him like, $1,000 job and $1,000 job here and there, But when you need help, they don't come helping you because they don't care. And that is just the same way that you have outpriced yourself. Listen, guys, I didn't build this business in 18 years. It would be different. Let me just tell you that. It would be different if I built this business, junkguysdfw, 18 years, and I have nothing to show for it. Nothing. Then you know what? Don't listen to me. Do not listen to my channel. Okay? Don't listen to me. As a matter of fact, go listen to somebody like Sergio. Go listen to his channel. Because he's so booked up right now. He's working right now. He's making $1,000 right now that he won't even listen to you. But I'm going to tell you, if I wasn't successful in junk removal, okay, then don't listen to me. But the success that I brought to this channel and brought to junk removal, you have seen everything that I have. If you know who I am, you have seen the things that I buy, my properties. You've seen everything. Why? Because I'm the cheapest dude out there. Because pricing goes a long way. Well, let me tell you about somebody, Joe. I'm glad somebody asked. Who was that? Brandon? Is that Brandon? Or Drandon? I can't hear you that way. Let me tell you, Sergio is a local guy here in Fort Worth, Texas, right? He's texting me right now. And Sergio, I contracted Sergio a few weeks ago because he was having a hard time. He told me he needed the money. And I contracted Sergio to do a job for $800. Okay? Then I contracted him for another job for $300 and then gave him another job. As a thing of, hey, bro, I'm here. I'm your brother in this business. I love you. We're Mexican. He knows my brother. I help him out. And I'm going to tell you what backstabbing, low life, unappreciated person he is. When I ask him for help, he does not help me out. I needed someone to do a job for me, which I got. Now I got somebody. But I also know the extent of my business to help other people out. You know what I mean? And Sergio has been somebody that I can depend on. So I'm going to tell you something, guys. Cool guy, cool cat. We did a piano removal the other day. And I was going to hire him for Friday's hot tub removal. But now he has stabbed me in the back again. And I'm just going to go with somebody else. So that's what happened. You try to help people out. And what do? Stick it to you. So that's what I'm saying there. Anyway, guys, when it comes to pricing and junk removal, you want to be the cheapest. You don't want to be the most expensive. You're casting a short net looking for salmon and lobster, but you do it my way, you're going to find everything. Grouper, you're going to find bass, catfish, crawdads, crabs, You're casting a big net. So pricing does matter. And pricing is a huge part of this business. So be the cheapest, don't be the most expensive one. You know what's funny? I'll tell you what's funny. Even though I am the Walmart of junk removal here in the DFW area, I land the biggest jobs across junk removal. I'm always landing the biggest jobs. You'll always see me land a $10,000 or $20,000 or $25,000 job in junk removal, when my competitors are just licking their chops. And that's the truth. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm back at my home here, the rich castle. Look at it, my man. Look at this. Look at this castle. Look at this thing. Humongous. Look at that, dude. That's beautiful, huh? Just kidding, man. Just, come on. Anyway, guys, I'll see y'all later. Have a great night. Enjoyed.